What's up, dudes? Welcome back. Today, this video we're continuing with the powder coating. So we got some cool news. We have all these fresh new colors to play with. We've got some polish. See how nice we can make it. We were talking about the finish of it last time. So here we got some super clear. This is also some clear. We got some chrome, we got some green, we got some blue, we got some yellow, we got some red, we got some other red, we got some other blue, and then we got white. So we're gonna dig into this today and see what we can do. What you doing, Steve?
Stripping the paint.
Oh. I think you added that part in. I mean, it was a podcast and you couldn't see us.
Got way pretty quick.
Of course, we got the shop dog, just to be a pain in the butt. That doesn't smell strong, right? Yeah. Wow. So what he's doing here, throwing down some paint stripper, new generation stripper.
Really good.
Apparently it's good. So it goes on a brush, you let it sit, and the reason for that is, I think I mentioned it last video, these brackets, they come with like a stock sort of paint on there, and sometimes it scratches easy and it doesn't withstand the weather. These are suspension mounting points. What are you, shackles? No. These are,
Yeah, it's like mounting point for the leaf spring.
and they're going underneath the pickup truck. And if you're following this channel, you saw the drive videos, you know what Steve and I go through in the winter, what kind of crap we drive through. So the idea is to make these strong and nice for many years to come. So right now we're kind of in like testing phase. We're sort of playing around. We will eventually offer this to the public, if you will, start to sort of make a revenue off this, help us out with our own projects and stuff like that. So we're testing and we're gonna go through a bunch of stuff, see how the colors work out, see how they look. We're gonna do a little bit of testing, see how resilient it is, because I've been told, and what everybody understands, is that powder coating is ultra strong. How strong is it? I'm not really sure. I did a quick little test with this pipe, ran it across the garage floor, and it got scuffed up a bit. To say this stuff is bulletproof is probably an overestimate. So he's gonna finish laying down the paint remover on that. We're gonna let it sit for a little bit and see how it looks, and then we'll get right back to you as soon as it's ready to go. Today we also decided that we're gonna set up our samples. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these sheets of metal right here, and we're gonna chop them up into equal sized pieces. And then we're gonna test all the different colors on it, and we're even gonna run that piece through the English wheel right after we cut them, before we powder them. So you get kind of a little bit of a curve on it, so you can see if you had a part that was curved, like say example you wanted to do a mag wheel, you can kind of get an idea what that color is gonna look like. So we're gonna test these colors. We just got the order in today. We're gonna test the jet black again, or make a sample I should say. We've already tested it, but so we're gonna do the jet black. This one is extreme chrome. Should come out an actual chrome finish, and in order for that to happen properly, we have a clear coat to try on it. We have two different clear coats actually, and polishing might come into effect on this one. Here we have the dark green. It's kind of a British racing green. I'll open all the tops of these and show you guys in a second. Just gonna run through the colors. This is a Ford light blue. Probably never ever gonna use that ever. Here we have signal red. So like a very bright red. I'm kind of hoping it shows up kind of neon crazy sort of style. Here we have a yellow, a bright yellow. This one is ruby red. Ruby red is kind of like what we think would look ultra good on calipers, things of the sort. So we're gonna test that one out. This is the white. And we also have a rally blue, which is obviously Steve's choice, the rally guy. We're gonna head over to my dad's shop and chop these things up with the metal shear, get them nice straight cuts, make it look good. And then we're gonna pass each piece through the English wheel to give it a little bit of a curve, maybe dome it out kind of deal, and see how that looks for our powder coating project. There's a show coming up real soon. By the time you see this video, the show's already come and gone. But what I'm hoping for is that Steve and I can get a bunch of things done that we can show up there, kind of demo, and maybe kickstart this little business venture. We're in my dad's shop. Maybe we'll do a tour of this place one day. We're gonna use the shear, cut these pieces the way we need, and then I was thinking maybe run them through the English wheel, which is right here. And this will give it like a really cool kind of dome effect, kind of bevel, ball it out, something, make it round. So that way the effects of the powder coat will be very visual. You can see them. Okay, those pieces are chopped up, so let's move over to the English wheel. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to use this because I'm not exactly sure how to use it myself. I've done it before, but all I know is that it's good for making the blood pop out from underneath your fingernails. So we're going to try to run it through here and get a little bit of shape out of it. That's the hardest part, is learning the controller. Alright, so we tried it on the English wheel and it didn't really work out how we had planned because it's going to take way more time than we actually have. We're going to head back to the shop and we're going to powder coat the sheet metal slices that we cut up, and we're going to play with those and do some experiments and see how the colors turn out. Alright, we're back in the shop and we're setting up to get ready to spray out these samples. We may or may not even get to those suspension mounts, but that's okay because the point here is to show you what we can do. And like I said, I was going to show you the colors, so I'm going to take the lids off and we'll check it out right now. So once again, these are the colors. Here's a view inside the jars. You can see, and I also poured a little bit out into each cap so you can see kind of what the powder looks like. Now this is the Rally Blue. That's the Ruby Red, Bright Yellow, Signal Red, Dark Green. This is the Ford Blue. That's going to be the chrome color once it's cooked. This is the white, and that is the clear coat. Pretty much a white powder. So we'll see how it goes on and see how it looks when it's cooked. Now we'll show you our sample pieces. So these pieces right here, simply just some bent sheet metal, and that's what we're going to use for our sample, our demo piece. We got a nice bend in there, a little bit of an angle, so you can see it in different lighting, different shades. Going to give you an idea what it looks like on a flat surface and a curve. These will be our samples. We got a whole bunch over here that Steve-O's kind of cleaning up. He's been using the grinder, taking the sharp edges off of this stuff. Now, I don't think we actually have to show the whole process of doing this again. Of course, I'll throw a little montage in here, but it's basically the same process as what we did last time when you guys saw. We did the wiper blades off the RX-7 and the intercooler piping from the car and a few other various things. Basically, it's going to be the same idea, except for we're laying down all those different colors. So here we go. So it's the day after. Last night we had some guests show up. People started showing up. We went for dinner and had a couple drinks, chilled out. So we didn't end up filming the rest of the night. But yesterday was a pretty eventful day. We got a little ambitious. Thought we could do more than what we actually could with the time we had. We did 4 colors. We initially tried to do about 8 and then maybe play with techniques. But we definitely learned a lot. And that's the whole point of doing this, is a testing process. And by showing you guys this, at least if anybody would ever want to try, you get a good idea of what you're up against, things you might learn, might figure it out. Now we figured out a few things about preparation, about how to lay down the powder, how it works, how to set it on the rack, how to get your proper grounds on the thing, because it's all about electricity and current and magnetism, stuff like that. So I'm going to show you real quick what we did yesterday, what we learned, and hopefully this video will help you guys out. Maybe hit that like button and you can go back and save it or something. So if you ever want to try it out and then come back to this video, see something that you missed, get some more ideas, do it. So these are the pieces that we powder coated yesterday. We got the forest or dark green, which is kind of like a British racing green. This is the chrome. Kind of interesting. It's reflective, but the texture, the orange peel, kind of makes it not chrome. We tried some polishing things. We tried wet sand a little bit. That didn't work out very well with the metallic stuff. And then we actually read the instructions on the polishing thing, and it says not to use it with metal sort of based stuff like this, or maybe a metal flake or anything. It should only be used on solid colors like the red we have here, which is signal red, or this green. Not sure what it would do here. This is apparently a translucent color, and we weren't even aware of that. We just thought it was going to be the rally blue. We laid it on, but you can see all the little details underneath it. Steve cleaned this up with the brush on the bench grinder, and you can see all the lines from that, which should be kind of cool. Like I think we could do some really neat stuff with this. Do a lot by changing the base also. If we put that chrome base, it'll change the way the color looks, or if we put a white base or a black one. Probably the same with the other colors too. So it's all just a huge kind of trial we're gonna do here. On the preparation side, we discovered that it's best to have everything obviously ultra clean, and even having like a hard finish like these metal plates that we cut up, it still affected the outcome of what it looked like. I'm gonna see if I can find a plate real quick to show you guys what, oh yeah, these right here. This is just regular sheet metal that I picked up from Canadian Tire. I get one out. But as you can see, there's a finish on that. It's kind of like a coating, I guess, to prevent it from rusting before you can actually get to work with it. This had the finish on it. This was taken off, so you can see the difference there. It seems that the texture is better on this one too. There's less orange peel compared to this. See the light? Underneath the piece, it was a little tough to get underneath because the way we had it sitting up on the rack, it was sitting down like so, and gravity pulls the powder down even though it's magnetic, obviously. This one did not bad. That's the only piece that we missed, was right down the center. But this one, way worse. We used all the exact same technique to lay down the powder. The difference was, this one, we had the racks that we had used a few times to powder coat with. As you can see here on the rack, the blue color that's on it, this is the one we also used for the chrome. This rack was originally this goldish bronze color. So after layer upon layer, let's go check out this one over here. This one's got a lot of black and red. I think this is the one we did the blue on as well. But as you can see, all the rack completely has been powder coated over. And the problem is, you don't have anywhere to connect the ground. That's why I grinded off this corner. We use those, but you need to keep the grounds good and clean. So just like welding or anything like that, preparation is a key thing. Also get all the greases off and everything else, anything else you think might cause a problem. This one had a little problem on the edge, but if you look here real close, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but there's kind of like a dark line along the edge here. And that I think is from the marker that was underneath, and the paint had a little trouble sticking there. So probably a combination of the chemicals and oils that are in the markers and the fact that it wasn't super clean. And seeing that the line is a bit darker, I'm assuming that this color will be greatly affected by what's underneath the base coat, so it'll be worth trying it with the chrome kind of thing, and even the white, whatever that one. Got a bunch of stuff here that I gotta really clean off and see what happens. These are all Steve's parts. We put paint remover on it. I don't know. We'll have to grind them off and clean them up real good, and then get the sandblaster working. This thing's a little bit of a It's old, it's been around a long time, but barely used. Got to get some new sand in it since I accidentally dropped it out the bottom the other day. Need a light. A few little things, we'll be on our way. The next time we're working on this stuff and doing this kind of deal, I think preparation, like I said, is a super big thing. So we're gonna try to have everything nice, clean, and prepared. And we can do some more colors, we could do some more testing. These pieces we're doing like demos to see what the colors look like. And I'm sure we're gonna do a couple other pieces just so we could test it. Maybe we'll like hit it with a hammer or a punch or try to scratch it, see what happens. And we'll go from there. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for joining in. Hope you guys are learning something from this. If you ever want to try it, you have a good idea of what you're looking at. Because we're doing this, we have no idea what we're doing. We're just learning as we go. So hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along the process, the progress. We got JDM stuff, we got that stuff going on. There's gonna be videos about that El Camino real soon because I gotta bring it to a show, which has already happened by the time you watch this. But anyways, peace out.